Remember when they hated, didn't think we make it. Now they break their neck just to look at me. Remember when I called you and you didn't fall through. Now you hate yourself, you can't look at me, look at me. Yeah. You made me. Yeah. Look at me.
And what up, what's good with y'all? Alright, so what are we getting into today? Today it is official. It's official like a ref with a whistle that we can officially drive the 300ZX. I've owned this car for I don't know how many years now, and as of yesterday this thing is fully registered, tagged, and insured. So now we can actually get official shakedowns and drive this thing on the street and not have to worry about getting pulled over, because it is officially legit. And I drove this thing last night. No vlogging or nothing, just drove it, kind of just doing a little test run to see how it was gonna do. Took it to White Aaron's house, it did fine. You guys can see we actually raised the 300ZX a bit to get this thing a bit more functional, because I was driving down the street and the side skirts were lightweight dragging. This thing was super low. For those that aren't familiar with my 300ZX build, this is the car that I assembled. I know a lot of people seen the channel or might be new to the channel or came midway through my progression of the channel actually growing, but when this channel originally started, if you go back and look at the old videos, you guys will see that this was the car that I assembled. I assembled this car at Granny's house in her driveway. You can see me doing all the suspension. You can see me doing the wide body kit, pulling the SR out of my old car, doing the wiring on this thing. A lot of people have a misconception that like I see it a lot. People, oh, you should have, with the 2J, people were saying, oh, you should have just built it yourself, blah, blah, blah. So for the people that don't know me and haven't been here since the beginning, I went to school for automotive. My whole thing when I was younger, I wanted to be a tech. I started working at Big O. I started working at Firestone. And after working on other people's cars all day, I just hated it. And it literally changed my whole mindset on wanting to work on my cars. So as I started having the luxury of, getting a little bit of money to play with, I was like, you know what? I could take my cars to, to other people and have them do things. That's why I have designated people for designated jobs. But when it comes to the 300ZX, nobody touches this car. Oh yeah, I had the heater on last night. Feel me? Heater does work in here. So driving right now, I've been driving for about 30 minutes or so. As you can see, this thing does need a steering alignment. The alignment got messed up at that last drift event, so I need to get this thing aligned, but I got new tie rods and stuff that I need to put on before I do that. But for the most part, it's running cool. It's still having that issue where when you get on it, when it's getting into boost, it's going lean. So other than it needing the alignment hella bad, the car drives pretty good. It's not overheating or anything. The clutch pedal feels like dookie, but I got a new master right here. I grabbed the throw-out bearing. I don't know, man. It could possibly be the clutch fork could have got bent. So, I mean, we'll see once we get this transmission out. But that is a possibility also. I know that's something that does happen with the 300ZXs. You guys know my SC runs the 300ZX trans. But on that transmission, I actually upgraded to the 350Z chromoly fork, so I think that's what helped that. But I think this one still has a stock fork. I don't think I upgraded it. It's been so long, so I'll have to check once we get the trans out. But the pedal does feel like straight dookie. If I can get the pedal situated to where it goes in gear, then this will make this car a lot more streetable. Even though it's still going lean on boost, I'd still be able to drive it to figure that out. But as of right now, this clutch pedal is caca. Alright, so just pulling up to White Aaron's. You can see feel me? We got the def beam up here. What's up, fool?
VQ things.
Working on the engine you stole?
I did steal it.
Alright, so Aaron just finished up this VQ. So go ahead and check this out if you guys want to see how this thing goes together. You know, he's more on the techie side of things. And this thing is for sale. So no mile, 0 mile, whatever the hell you want to call it, motor. Oh, black Aaron pull. Bruh, you can't just pull up to the white area slapping like that.
This guy.
They about to call the police.
Man.
Jesus.
It's alright. They can use a little bit of that in this neighborhood.
We got a long day.
Man.
Well, not really that long. It's not that bad.
Nah. That's not the SC bad.
Nah.
That was a minute.
This will be decent.
Yeah, for sure.
Told you I'm ready, you feel me? I came to work, baby.
Dude, I'm impressed.
You know, you don't get to work on this by yourself, bruh.
I know. Yeah, that's like that. That's the one thing I understand. With the 300, I know it's not going to be just me working on it. That's your baby right there.
Here, you pull this thing in.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep, here.
Come on, man.
Nah, you pull it in. Feel what that clutch feels like. So I think first thing we're going to do is we're going to replace the master first, just to see if it does anything, but I really don't think it is. I'm leaning towards the fork possibly being bent. Just by the way the pedal feels, that's what my nudge is telling me. But we'll change the master first, see how it goes. But what's up, fool? I'm good. You'll get it. Sit forward, baby girl. See? You see that? Yeah. Damn, look at this thing moving. Dude, this thing sits low in here, huh?
Dude, it's like a little kid stealing his dad's truck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this thing sits hella low in there.
Man, I'm like barely maxed out on the floor.
I see you looking over the steering wheel.
I know.
So
Dude, even when I'm driving, I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm sitting hella low in this thing. Pop the hood?
Yeah. Felt like a little kid in it.
you look like one.
Y'all can see we did raise this thing up. Raise it up a good amount. It's functional and everything now. Could actually drive it. Before it was like tucking. Now we like
Decent.
I'm not dodging leaves in the road. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna be replacing the master. Aaron wants to do that before we start pulling the trans out. We replaced the slave yesterday, and now we're doing the master. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna start pulling this fuel pump out. I want to check this thing again to see what's going on, because now the problem seems to be getting worse than what it was before. So I'm gonna pull this thing back out, see if we got a leak. I want to check the lines again, just to verify. I'm about to probably be ordering another pump just to swap this one out. This pump is new, but you never know. And I'm also gonna be grabbing the Air Motive wiring kit, and I'm gonna be rewiring this whole fuel pump setup. All right, so I got the pump out, and I don't know if it's leaking right there, but another rip in this line. I'm not sure if it's all the way through. I can't really tell, but this is what the outside's looking like. And then the filter is a bit on the dirty side, but I mean, that's gonna be any tank. I don't think that's gonna be the issue. All right, got the fuel pump back all in there. Haven't started it up. Ugly cousin pulled up.
You understand me?
On the slowest turbo booster in America.
Run it.
So next on the list is we're about to bleed this thing, and we're gonna see if that fixes this clutch pedal filling. Hopefully replacing that line on the fuel pump does something, but I don't know. Just got done bleeding the clutch right now. I'm about to go drive this thing down the street to see if it did anything. Honestly, the clutch still feels kind of like shit, so I'm like, I want to say 99% sure that whatever's going on is probably inside the trans with that clutch fork. So I'm gonna drive it just to see, and then we'll go from there. If it doesn't do anything, we'll start pulling this trans out. to fucking fixing that line or anything, but
All right.
you'll have to pull the trans.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of fun.
I couldn't tell if there was something going on with the clutch. It's shifting good to me. That Ford life feels worse than before.
No way.
Yeah, like before, if I pump it, I can get it in, but now it's like pumping it still won't even go in gear.
Man.
So, I mean, between both of us, it shouldn't take us that long to pull the strings up.
Nah.
All right, so we got about to get on this. I already started taking the interior part. I think I can get away with doing this without having to pull a shifter all the way off. So we're gonna try to do that. Just get this thing up stupid high. Telling Q 30 minutes right now. I'm calling it 30 minutes. And we gonna have this thing out.
Yeah, they gonna drop the transmission.
30 minutes. Me and Aaron got this. Watch.
They some
Bet.
bad mamma jammas.
Bet.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bet.
That's why. You know, my brother always say, there's no room for egos in the house that we build. And right now we building heaven. So I invite you into this house. You're welcome.
Feeling like can't nobody tell me nothing. Yeah. The main ones talking never did this for me. Nah. Had to get it the best way I knew how. They hated on me then, but they loving me now. Now that the tables have turned.
I feel like we setting the mood for you, you know what I'm saying?
Now that the tables have turned.
Be in a different situation.
Yeah.
Maybe we keep going. Check it out. Check it out. They never view you the same once you move out they lane. I told them to picture me rolling, but they cropped out the frame. I hopped out the game, they came back with a cheat code and beast mode. Shoot every shot but never reload. Rails always prevail, the ship is only set to sail. Try to sink me if you can, keep a cannon to feed you hell.
All right, so as we stated, less than 30 minutes and the trans is out. Everything up there looks good. Pressure plate looks fine. Probably need to check that. Possibly could be pressure plate, but the fork doesn't look bent. So this is the factory 300ZX fork, and then this is a stock 350Z fork. You can see how much bigger the 350Z fork is. Beefy. Way thicker.
He got dirt.
Thick. And it feels like heavier. It's like fully solid all the way around, whereas this is like hollow. We'll put the 350Z fork in there and see what happens with that. It's the only thing we got right now. If that don't do it, then I'll order another clutch.
Great. Way to go, Mike. Yeah, let's waste our time.
Man, we upgrading the fork. This straw bearing was making noise too anyway. So I got a new one in there.
Yeah, it looks pretty dry.
Look at that butthole. My boy Aaron went in there. He's about to start barbecuing. Next one I'm about to do, because I did drive this down the street and it is still having like a little lean spot. It wasn't as bad as before, but it's still breaking up when you start getting to boost. So back there at the pump, everything seemed decent, all right. The fuel filter or the fuel pump sock is a little dirty. I can replace that once I get a new fuel pump. But I'm gonna pull this off. I want to take this apart and see what this is looking like inside. I want to see if it's dirty or anything. And the fuel filter doesn't look bad at all. This thing looks clean. I can see a little bit of stuff in there, but nothing major. Like nothing that would indicate that this thing was getting clogged. Nah, looks fine. Got the fuel filter back on. Just crank this harness up, make sure we ain't got no leaks. Seem dry. Fuel pressure, 60 pounds. At this point with the 300ZX, I think the only thing I can really think of is possibly getting another pump. Maybe this pump is just faulty. So, as far as the leaning goes, I think I'm gonna order a new pump, get the new fuel pump in, see what that does. If that doesn't do anything, from there, I'll probably start tracking and figuring out what's going on with possibly maybe a sensor or something. Still trying to rule out things, man. It's to the point now where I gotta figure out what's going on if I'm gonna be daily driving it.
You're daily driving.
I'm daily driving. I'm driving it now, but I can't drive it how I want to yet.
I brought some chicken for you.
That's kind of racist.
Man, I'm out back here barbecuing. Shut up. Just grab a chicken.
It's about to taste like barbecue and E85.
Still tastes like barbecue.
I'm about to be throwing the roof wing on here officially. You guys have been seeing it's just been sitting up here for a while. It's over there right now, but I'm gonna throw this thing on. That way it's gonna be a permanent thing. And we also have some new headlights that we're gonna be throwing in here, some new LED bulbs. Alright, so roof wing all on, mounted up, sitting perfect. This shit is super sticky. This is like the heavy duty stuff. Like somebody comes and tries to steal this off the car, more than likely you're gonna break the fiberglass. But flawless fit. Like, dude, that ain't budging. And the reason why I threw this on instead of the louvers is just because I like the way you can still see the cage and everything in the bag. Makes it look sporty and aggressive without blocking the cage. Like the louvers look dope, don't get me wrong. I love the louvers. Shout out to Z32, my boy Oscar who hooked it up for me. You gotta let your boy be the first one to test out the 300ZX louvers. But since we caged the car, I like having the little roof wing on there just so I can have the cage exposed. Oh yeah, and then next, see, I can see these lights. Yeah. Oh God, looks so 90s, right? Definitely need to get the fog lights. I gotta find the H3 fog lights for this thing for sure. But see this, and then you got the, and this was looking like with the LEDs. They're in the projector housings now. For some reason, there's something going on with the wiring to where the low beams on this side aren't working. But all I did was switch the connector for it. So you can see here, it works when you do this, but that side don't work. So flip the bulbs, that way the projectors show. So when I'm driving, you just have like that straight crisp beam. Hit the lights real quick, Aaron.
Yep.
So, bam. This is the other way. You can see like the beam patterns like all scattered anyway because it's a LED and a reflector housing. Whereas this with the projector, you get that nice cutoff line. No line, cutoff line. Yeah, man, break time. Come here and get some of this scrumptious food.
You better.
Look at that. Look how juicy this look.
Good meat.
That's what she said, but yeah, man.
I was waiting for that. Oh no, here we go.
Eat that chicken.
Black Forget the cars.
What? This chicken look good. He did a good.
So cute.
He did a good job.
That's too cute.
What is this? What's this meat?
That's pork.
Oh, look, even the pork looks good. This
And what
looks
about
good.
that?
That's steak. It's beef. These for the tacos right here. Why ain't nobody got no meat on their plate? What's going on over here?
Meat just showed up.
Oh, when I walked in, meat just showed up, huh? So the little dilemma that we're having is for the 350Z fork, we need the little spring that goes in here, but it's different from the old one. The legs are kind of straight this way and it has like a little circle hoop. So I guess from 2005 and up, the actual fork was a little different, and then the earlier models on the CDs were like more like the 300ZX style. So there's really no point in us putting the old one back in, just because we're already this far in. We got the trans out, might as well upgrade the fork while we're in there. So I'm gonna see if I can find the spring from someone, or if I can figure out somebody that has it locally or something. If I have to order it, it will suck because it's literally a $3 item that's gonna have us on jack stands for a couple of days. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some 300ZX stuff. Until next time.
I've been going too crazy, these niggas too shady. Speed limit 65, I'm about to do 80. Fuck the niggas hating on. I've been on the come up. You can go to speed, but it's better if you run up. You can ride with a nigga, but I'ma give you a choice. If you really wanna holler, then I'ma give you a